Hi guys, hope you're going well. Let's talk about The Knick. This is a medical period drama series that's just come out on Cinemax and directed by Steven Soderbergh. So that is kind of what got my attention initially and why I wanted to watch this series. I think he's a really brilliant director. He's done a whole range of different type of stories, from more lighter action comedic stuff such as the Oceans 11, 12 and 13, but he's also done some like strange, more unusual indie stuff like Sex, Lies and Videotape and The Girlfriend Experience. So I think he's got a really broad spectrum when it comes to telling stories. There are 10 episodes in this first season. I have only seen the first episode, called Method and Madness, and I have to say I am really liking it so far. I've always liked period dramas anyway, so I was drawn to it immediately, and it's not afraid of a bit of surgical gore. In fact, I actually read something that the director Soderbergh actually said, and he said that if he can make you look away from the screen at least once every episode, then he's doing his job. And there were at least two times in this first episode that I had to cover my eyes. It was just too much slicing of human flesh. They were doing it on purpose with really extreme like close-ups and lots of different angles with metal clamps poking and prodding. And a little tip, the first surgery takes place really early on in the episode. I was eating my dinner at the time. It wasn't a good idea. Clive Owen in a doctor's coat and a thin mustache. He looks really good in this role. He's playing Dr. John Thackeray. He is one of the chief surgeons at the Knickerbocker Hospital in New York, also known as the Knick. The majority of this episode does take place inside the hospital, and they're trying to straddle that perfect balance between a duty of care to sick patients and also the hospital as a business. While the surly Dr. Thackeray is very capable as a surgeon, as a person he is a little on the abrasive side. He also has a drug addiction to the drugs that he prescribes, so that's liquid cocaine and opium as well. So he's struggling with his inner demons, yet on the day-to-day he's trying to save the world and heal everybody in the hospital. Orders come from higher up the food chain that in order to keep the money pumping into the veins of the hospital, Dr. Thackeray does need to hire a colored second in command. However, Dr. Thackeray, while is not a full-blown like racist, he even admits himself he's not willing to lead the charge on an integrated hospital. So he's extremely stubborn and he just lays down the line and says no. It's cool seeing these two characters square off and their egos kind of really are put on the table, because yeah, Dr. Thackeray doesn't want a colored man in the working in the hospital, and Dr. Edwards in return does not want to be disrespected and knows that he has every right to be there because he is the most qualified person for the job. I am really enjoying this series so far. I don't know that I've ever seen a period hospital drama like ever, maybe, and it's kind of cool, even though a lot of the surgical kind of lingo goes over my head when they're talking about specific, like, I don't know, like procedures and instruments, and even like referencing like body parts and things and how medical terminology. It's kind of cool to see it like all here in this period drama and really kind of get a sense of it. You see what they're trying to deal with and that balance between coming into a modern way of treating, medical science and coming out of the old ways. It's the medical advancements happening at the turn of the century, so it was like a very important time medically. Clive Owen, Dr. Thackeray, even has a line and he says something like, we've advanced more in knowing about the human body in the last 5 years than we have in the last 500 years. Sorry, I just got a message. Forgetting to put my phone on silent. Okay, if you want to catch this first pilot episode of The Knick called Method and Madness, I'll leave a link in the description box down below, because they're actually streaming it kind of free at the moment online, so you can kind of get a bit of a teaser and see if it's something you want to get into. Don't forget to let me know if you've seen this episode, if you're going to be watching this series, because maybe we can talk about it a little bit more. I think that I am going to keep watching it. Thank you so much for watching my video today, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my other movie reviews, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!